Hello, I am Haley Nix, your English instructor here for this 101 online class. I just wanted to take a second to provide you with some clarification regarding your literary analysis assignment. The literary analysis is by far the most difficult essay that is written in the 101 class. Therefore, I feel like a lot of times it is a lot easier to teach in a traditional setting. But I want to kind of provide you with some answers to some questions regarding that essay in this format, and hopefully it'll give you some clarity and help you out. The first thing I want to talk about is your introduction paragraph for your literary analysis. That introduction paragraph is going to include 4 different parts. The first part, which you will see here in yellow, right here, is your hook. That hook should be a sentence that draws in your reader. It can be a quote that relates to the story you're about to talk about or the literary elements that you are about to talk about. It could also be a comparison. It could be a shocking scenario or a shocking statement, something that would be the opposite of what someone would initially expect. So you can see right here in this introduction example that I have written, I have a quote that is pertaining to women's rights because of the particular short story that you have read. It says, Mary Wollstonecraft, an advocate of women's rights, once stated, "I do not wish women to have power over men, but over themselves." You see, I also have that citation there for that quote. The next part of your introduction paragraph is going to be what is called the bridge. The bridge should include the title of your short story along with the author as well. It can be just an introductory phrase leading into the next sentence, or it can be a complete sentence on its own. You can see in this example that I have made it a phrase leading into the next sentence. So it says, in the short story, The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, I have the title of my literary work and the author as well. The third part of your introduction paragraph is going to be a brief summary. And by brief, I mean 2 to 3 sentences that is just summarizing what the story is about in relation to what you're about to talk about. So here I have said, a woman is suffering from postpartum depression and is not treated properly. Her treatment, the resting cure, leads her to a dark place which results in insanity. The woman loses all forms of self-expression and is expected to conform to what is expected of her. So that is my brief summary. And then, of course, the last part of my introduction example or introduction paragraph is going to be my thesis statement, which is also in your outline. And remember, it should be listed word for word in your introduction paragraph, the same as it is written in your outline. My example here says, in the yellow wallpaper, let me fix this. Gilman illustrates the struggles of women during this time through the use of theme, setting, and symbolism. So I mentioned the 3 literary elements that I'm discussing, but you also could become more specific there. And you could say the use of the theme of women's role in society, the setting of the room that she's kept in, and the symbolism of the yellow wallpaper. So you could also include the specific examples there within the thesis statement. So this gives you an idea of what an introduction paragraph should look like for a literary analysis and all the parts that should be included. When you submit your final draft, you will want to make sure that you highlight just like I've highlighted here. Your hook is yellow, your bridge is green, your summary is blue, and your thesis statement is purple. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.